Everyone, I am SeiferKatt Robot, beep boop, and you're watching Factorio, beep boop. Okay, it's enough being a robot. Hi everyone, SeiferKatt here. But I'm not actually a robot, that was a lie, it was an elaborate ruse. Sorry to alarm you all. Alright, so anyway, let's get shit started. So, that is the weirdest introduction I've had in a while, and I refuse to change anything about it. So, we need wastewater. We're just getting straight into it today, or Bambo, as I like to say for some unknown reason. We just need a lot more wastewater. Okay. Well, I think we're just occasionally dropping off wastewater, so what we could do, if we did this, just sort of snake this around somehow. I don't really know how I'm going to snake it around, I haven't quite figured that part out. There we go. Oh. No, wait, we still need to... Oh, actually, no, we don't need to snake around. We just do that. Bam. Now, the question I've got is, does any of this wastewater ever get thrown away? And I hope the answer is no. But I'm going to have to double check that. Looking like a no. No is an appropriate answer to, is my wastewater thrown away? Okay, and that should get my science going again. Hooray! Admittedly, probably a little bit slower than I'd like it to go, but it's you know, that's how science works. Somehow the second science pack, one of the easiest to make, got jammed up. Not great, but that's all right. We can work on that. So, good to get some Factorio in. Okay, we'll speed everything up. That might mean wastewater just collapses again, but that's okay. And I don't think I care that much about productivity, do I? Maybe I do a little bit. It's fine. And I think it would be a foolish thing to just leave this as yellow. Let's put it all up to blue. You can see there's parts that I've done that, but not everywhere. Wes wishes to be the top cat again. Alright, Wes, we can do that for you. And don the mask, we will do that. Just let me finish this belt and I will make both your dreams come true. Both your wishes come true. I don't know if they're dreams or wishes. Alright, well, we'll put on the mask because that's the quickest one to do first. You need darkest dungeon points, that's fair. There could be some real deaths happening on Wednesday. Alrighty then, let's get the stream elements going, and so Wes can be top cat again. Having been briefly dethroned, he has once again regained the position of top cat. Sometimes you gotta be top cat, I get that. Okie dokie. Oops. Okay, you are now top cat once again, that's good, and then one more thing, we've got to increase the price to 15,000 points. I don't even remember what this started at. Did it start at 500? I don't know. Whatever it started at, it's certainly not there now. Okay. In the meantime, blue science is coming through, and it's sort of doing something. Probably do a bit more, honestly. But once those all back up, it'll be fine. What? You just force them to go the way we want them to go. Not like science will go forever. I think if the price goes up every stream, redeem, it should go down every stream. It isn't. I did consider that, but at the same time I thought it's going to go down when I feel like it. And it's never had a reason to go down. Because I've never felt like it. So it keeps going up. I believe it says something like that for the Top Cat reward. It'll get reduced after a while not being redeemed, but it's never really gotten that point. It's never me being going, huh, no one's using it. People keep using it, so it keeps going up. How it's going to be with Top Cat. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. I don't say I do make the rules, but I don't care. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. That's going to be my argument that I make. Is there a way to make these boxes, actually? We just make them boxes. Interesting. Crime? I'm not opposed to a little bit of crime every now and then, though, of course. Looks like we're not getting enough nitrogen. Okay, we can get nitrogen. And then what we're going to do is the old unboxing. Well, actually... No, we'll keep doing what we're doing. I'm pretty happy with that. And then those need to be unboxed. There we go. So nitrogen, more like nitra, not enough. In fact, I seem to think there's a lot of nitrogen there that's just not being consumed. We're just wasting all that nitrogen when we could be using this nitrogen. And that would be an absolute crime to just waste good nitrogen like that. We'll also waste some good nitrogen like that. Like that. Okay, so that should be making a lot more of the blue atmospheric sciences. You love to see more atmospheric sciences in your life, you know what I mean? I don't think anyone's doubting that. Everyone loves atmospheric sciences. There we go. We're having a bit of problems with physics. That's not really a new problem. It's a constant problem. Maybe that's what we're going to be fixing today. Space science looks like it's running out as well, though, so... Yeah, it's not perfect. Space science is always going to be a bit of a problem, though, but, you know, it's got 700 science there, and it is constructing more science as we speak. I'm not too worried. But let's see what we can do with physics, eh? Remember when I used to, like, lose my cars constantly? I didn't have a spider that just ran to me whenever I wanted it. My goodness, those were dark days, let me tell you. Alright, we have not enough nanofabs. Interesting, I don't think we've ever had problems with nanofabs. But now that I think about it, I think I can see why we have problems with nanofabs. Because nanofabs require, like, one of everything. And they live here. And we're short on chemical plant 2. The real problem. Can we put another one down somewhere? Not easily. No. Okay, we can't. So chemical plant 2s appear to be having a problem at the moment, which is problematic. And those problems are all stem down to chemical plant 1s. About normal, right? It's the start of the whole situation that dooms me. Small assembler ones, interesting problem? A very interesting problem to have none of small assembler ones. Look at all that spaghetti. Hell yeah. Excuse me? We've got lots of small assembler ones. Excuse me? Is your problem? Oh my goodness. Problem is a silly one. The glass ended up in the belt by mistake somehow. Ooh, that's it's alright, it'll get itself fixed up now. Okay, everything needs to be made again. And we're good. Like, this spaghetti part of the factory is just ridiculous. But it kind of does get the job done. Been robbed. Oh, we didn't do a what the shirt. You're quite right. You have been robbed. I'm sorry. My goodness. I mean, when you do four things at once. Anyway, I did it. What the shirt. Sorry about that, Wes. You were robbed. You're quite right. Today we're looking at the Caterplot. Got cats on it. Look at those little cats. And the graph's the x-axis is of course cats. The y-axis also cats. So if you think about it, that cat is the most cat. That is the least cat. Which is funny because it does actually looks pretty cat. So I don't really know what's going on there. The cat, right? So yeah. Here you go. Sorry about that, Wes. Didn't mean to rob you. It was not robbing so much as a oversight. You know? That's why I'm gonna put it. That's the words I'm going to use to make myself feel better about the blatant theft that has occurred on the stream today. Blatant. Alright, I think we need to upgrade these as well. You know what? Here's a plan. We're going to do something. We're going to do a quick upgrade, a quick little upgrade. And we're going to go that, those, that, those. But we're just going to upgrade everything to the level 3s because why wouldn't you? It seems to be a constant problem we're having. And we're just going to go like this. It's going to cost us a few things, but I think overall it's going to be worth it. We'll just speed up a bunch of stuff. I think that's good. I'm of the opinion that faster things is probably better than slower things. And I can't prove that mathematically, but it's probably true. Okay, so what I'd like to do is go to my large assembly machine. I believe it's over here. My big assembly stuff. Well, they're not big assemblies, but you know what I mean. Alright then. Probably don't need as many medium assemblers as you think we do. I think it's cute that you think we need that many, but we actually don't need that many. It does explain why those things always want to rush off over there, though. And we probably don't need 500 of those either. 50 will probably suffice. Okay, and now what I'd like to do is large assemblers. Do you have like a limit on those? We don't, but we also don't have any, so that's the other problem. Do we not have any of those? Ah, because we ran out of medium assemblers, and that's because we ran out of logistic spots. They'll sort themselves out eventually, don't worry. Don't you worry. Do not fret and do not worry. Okay. Go back to the spaghetti and just get stuff sorted. I think we'll be good. Yeah. Is that a car? It's a car. Hilarious. Like when I used to drive around in cars like some sort of cool dude before I experienced the joy of Spider. Joy of Spider is a very popular book, I think we all know. I think no, we're not quite done. Oh yeah, those could probably just be unboxes at this point. Eh, not hurting anyone being the way it is. Alright. And with that, I think we are good-ish. Good-ish is a good enough place to be for now. Okay, drop off some crap because we've got a lot of stuff to put in the litter box. Quite frankly, this can be deleted. We'll start to put in the litter box? Absolutely. That's what a litter box is for. Good. And those Stirling engines can go into here. So we put those batteries in the Spider. And excellent. All good. Happy with that. Now, of course, we're not making any agricultural science while we're doing space science. That's always a known factor. It will always be a problem of sorts. What we could do, what if we did the same thing that we did for inserters? So if we went yellow to green, and we went purple to green, blue to green, and then we just upgraded a whole bunch of inserters. This is probably going to be expensive. But you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? And we'll just unbox them all as well. So, catch-all, upgrade everything situation. We may have tried to upgrade too much at once, and it's sort of slowing down, but that's alright. Once we catch up, it'll be fine. Yes, we've tried to do too many at once. And now the game's like, just trying to get through all the entities very quickly, and it's not doing it quite as quickly as we need it to. But once we start placing more of them, it'll get through the entities at a much faster rate. I think it gets through like 10 entities per tick. Something like that. As we place them, it'll have less to worry about. I'm always pro having less to worry about. That's who I am. I forget that you can't just put down lots of things at once and hope that it's just going to work. I keep doing it though. I think I do it at least once a run. Seems to be going a bit faster now though. Alright. What I'm going to do is... Hang on. Oh, they've got to be different types of inserters. Screw that then. It says, but I really want it to work. We run out of them? Oh, we bloody have. That's not good. Okay. That should fix a couple of our issues. We're going to need more inserters, though. That's a known factor. The other problem is I don't actually know where oh, wait, explosives? I want explosives. Our full ones? They can stay right where the hell where they are. Inserter 3... Or inserter 4s, actually. Around here somewhere, aren't they? There they are. And I think we need to... Oh. Oh no. I don't quite know what's happened there, but I can tell you something is wrong. What is wrong here? Calcium should not be here. We had a brief time where calcium was going the wrong way. Not the only time I've had problems with calcium, actually, now that I think about it. Why are we having calcium problems? See if I can figure that one out real quick. Carbon composite. Well, there's a bunch of calcium right there, so maybe it's the same problem we had ages ago. Well, anyway, it looks like the problem we had there is fixed and things are moving along the way they should be. The way they should have always been. We'll worry about a letterbox later. But now let's finish off our dark work that we were doing. One must always finish their dark work. We're starting new dark work. Okay. Place more inserters wherever you feel like it. Just if you see a place that needs a better inserter, just do it. I mean, they probably don't need that good of inserters, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to have them all prepared just in case. It's looking mostly good. Mostly good's a good place to be. Says hesitantly. Yellow belts, though. Oh god, that's going to be another upgrade path, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. Yellow belts is a problem. You're 100% right. That sound was the sound of my soul escaping for a brief moment. You know what, we'll fix yellow belts when it matters. We've done enough. Okay, so we are still having problem with physics. Kinda not surprised by that, but physics is being improved. So in the meantime, while physics is being improved, we can turn this back on and get some space science in there. Which is going to be good, because that's going to allow us to build just a whole bunch of fun things. And I like fun things. If you asked me, like, Steve, what are your top 10 things? I'd say one of them is fun things. don't ask me what my top 3 vegetables are. I mean, you can. It's not a secret. All right. We're going a bit better now. Yeah, somewhat. Still not great though, actually. Because shortage of auxiliary valves. You know, I reckon that'd be all improved if we get this all up a bit. Okay, well, you asked for it, you get it. That should help. I shudder to think how much resources are spent when I do that. How many millions of resources are just gone? No real reason. But the auxiliary valves are coming through, that's what you need to see. And in fact, it looks like they were being delayed for a while, but now pretty good. Constantly in production. We've made 179,000 auxiliary valves from this assembler. That's a couple. And the auxiliary valves are going, yeah, which is vaguely where they're supposed to be. We'll speed that up as well. Oh. They do look like they're building up there, which is good because when they... Hang on a second. You're not fast at all. Tried to trick me, did you? I'll have you know, SeiferKatt's somewhat more intelligent than that. Somewhat. Okay, that's sort of backing up, which is good. Those are back. Look, things are backing up. Always good to see. And we can probably spend some of these. I mean, it's not huge that we spend them, but look, if we can, we should. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of resources that we just don't need to carry around anymore. That is an environmentally conscious idea. I like to think here on this channel I'm very environmentally conscious. Not even slightly. I should stop lying to people as such. Okay, so has that improved physics production? That's the real question. The answer is, yeah. Hasn't harmed physics production. Not really the best news I've got. Has it improved physics production? It's not worse. That doesn't imply that it's better though, does it? But have we got fish cannons made up yet? We do. Oh, we can even fire some fish cannons. Ooh. That's exciting. We've got some tree cannons as well ready to go. Now, the tree cannons aren't as exciting as fish cannons. Go fire some fish cannons. Make whoa, 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 whoa. Actually, before we go fire fish cannons, we must make the fish cannon remote. Productivity module 3. And we're going to need another one of these. Guys. Actually, it's not too bad. Try that again. So, you need a worm launcher in agriculture. Excavation remote. Okay. Now, demolition remote. Oh, goodness gracious. They really make me work for this, aren't they? Okay. Remote. Let's try this again. So then we just need to get a productivity 3. I don't think we actually make those. We do not make productivity 3s. Okay. We're going to need to do a little bit of... Well, actually, it's great that we're getting a fish remote, but how do we make a fighter remote? And here we might be best to check here. Guild module 4. Okay, so a husbandry remote. Animal husbandry always sounds weird to me. Why are we marrying animals? I don't know. Okay, we needed speed 4. My laziness knows no bounds for this. It does actually. The bounds are very well known. So what are we lacking? We need speed module. What are we lacking for that? No, not a box of them, thank you. Haste 4, which we was have speed 3, have efficiency 3, which we have. Okay, great. Okay, so if we make a couple of these, we only need a couple really, because that can then make my production 3, I think. Yes, that is correct. Okay, and then we've got our fish remote. We'll just leave that stuff there, it's fine. Okay, fish remote. We have it. Is there any rules for firing fish? Near algae. Well, algae should be everywhere. Fire some trees as well, I think. Oi! Be yourself, Dave. How you doing? Alright, fish are still being fishy. Hope for the best. Fish do we even have going at the moment? 16. How many do we need? 240. Tired, sleep, all kinds effed up, exhausted, and not hungry in the slightest. Doing alright, buddy? Can't be good. Okay, well, we've got the fish remote, we've got the fish, and we'll get some trees out. Oh, got lots of trees. More trees than I anticipated. What do you want to fire first? Fish or trees? Fish, right? They want pancakes? Oh, he may want a lot of things. Okay, let's fire some fish. We're at 2% fish. We're still at 2% fish. 2.4% fish. Got a fire near algae, right? That's what it said. So why don't we just fire in patches where there is not a lot of deep water and see what happens. .8% fish. Oh. 4.4% fish. Because we're getting fish. Cats love fish. I'm not a big fan of fish, though, you're right. .6%. And 4%. It's not really... Firing fish out of a cannon might not have a good survival rate, clearly. That. You know what I think I need to do? I just need to fire them at algae spots, because see, that seems to have worked well. Any more fish? We have 10 more. Okay, let's try something. That's fairly close. 1.2. What if we just fire another one here? 8.4. What if we just fire all my fish here? 8.8. 9.6. 10. 10.4. Nothing. We may have overfished the area. Okay. Well, 10% is actually not bad in our first fishery fires. Here's the cannons here. We have a couple more fish remaining. What I'd like to find is a bit more algae somewhere. How is Nellie's compared to Bob's Angels? It's a slog. How is Nellie's compared to almost everything I've played? It's an absolute slog. Answer. I don't know if it's the answer you wanted, but it's how I feel. If everyone's like, oh, but it's not Pi. Pi is way more of a slog. I don't care. I haven't played Pi. Slog. 0.4 appears to be where we're remaining. Kind of surprised there's no algae around here. Algae, like hereish, right? Yeah. Doesn't matter, we've got no more fish anyway. What was the point of all that? That's a good question. Still, 10.4 fish is pretty good. We may very well need to launch more algae probes in the future. I hadn't considered that. But it may be required. And if that comes up, then it comes up. That's just what it's going to be. Like, I'm wondering if we're going to have the same problem with trees, honestly. Okay. Load. Hang on, why am I having a problem? Oh, let's see. Trees are loaded. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to here. We're going to put the fish cannon here. We're going to get the tree cannon. Yeah, and we're just going to start firing trees. 7.9. Well, that didn't plant any trees. I'm not seeing around there as any worms. Worms are important. 27.95, we increased by every terraforming resource fired out of a cannon. Of course. How would you terraform a planet? I mean, you wouldn't fire a terraforming resource out of a cannon? Range. I'm putting the terror in terraforming. That's good. I like that a lot. I mean, it's repurposing artillery. You know, the problem after war is that you've got all this weapons of war that you can't do anything with. Me, I'm going to plant trees with it. Just howitzers on the back of trains. Firing trees. And fish. Don't at me for what a howitzer actually is. It might be the wrong piece of artillery. It probably is the wrong piece of artillery. What I'm looking for is my worms, but no worms. Okay, here we go. We've got some worms here. .95, nothing changed there. One might change. Yeah. Yeah, look, trees. 30.15, ridiculous. My goodness, look at all these trees. Wouldn't be disappointed to see all these trees now, would you? I'm not seeing any worms here, which is... Oh, there's some worms. 33.9, here we go. all these trees. I'm an environmentalist. Arguable. Might be able to get 40% trees at this rate. Maybe 40% is too low to dream. Maybe we should dream bigger. 45%. .29, hell yeah. That's firing as many trees as it can. Gotta love to see it. I'm an environmentalist. 44.2. Pretty good. 4.7. We dreamed big and we got it. 45.1. We're the true hero of the planet. They always thought we were the villain, but here's our redemption arc. Are there any worms here? Any worms here? Worms here. Okay, we're out of artillery. Would we even get to 50%? That'd be ridiculous if we got to 50. We didn't even dream of getting to 50. Look at us now. We're at 50.85. Wow. Okay, so fish is a problem. We know that. Trees. We're halfway to treat them. Treat them! Come on, treat them. We've run out of shit again. Run out of heat pipes. How do we keep running out of heat pipes, honestly? Because it's compressed helium. Helium is proving to be a problem. Okay, well, let's go see what we can do with helium. Disappointing, really. Artillery, we got air filters? We do not, but we can get those pretty easily. Until we get helium sorted out, I think we're going to keep having that problem. Speaking of things that need to be sorted out on a regular basis, how are these going? Not terrible, actually. Love to see it. Science is going, we're making antimatter containment. Once we make that, that's pretty interesting. That's one of the things we really need for the probes. Okay. Not a lot of compressed residual gas. Why not? Oh yeah, you got a battle at the big bridge. We all know that. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to upgrade all of that to better pipes. Okay. It wasn't helpful. Manually sending trains is... it is there. Alright, so... they should be all going now. Well, they would be if we had more air filters. So... look at those air filter 3s that I've heard so much about. Okay, see, I thought they were on the other side, the side of the base, but they're not. Alright. See you soon. We get more compressors, right? No. 50. That's probably helping things. Throwing more machines into things always helps, I know that. Indiscriminate throwing of machines always beneficial. Obvious. We have a thing somewhere that was making, like, holding on to the compressor gas. Yeah, we've got that thing. Us sending a message, right? The message is, what the hell is this base? Alright, that'll give us a lot more air. Compress it, turn it into other stuff, all very useful. And that all fills up, that's fine. It's just very important that we just make as much helium as we can. Well, that's making small amounts of trace gas, which is actually really not making a lot of helium with all of this. We've got all this stuff just doing its best to make what we can, but I mean, maybe we just turn all these to speed modules? How much do we need productivity? None. How much do we need speed modules though? Question, we don't really. How much is this making? Per minute it could make 7,000 helium. It's not going to though, I don't think. Actually could do. Why are we getting 60,000 compressed residual gas per minute? I think that is the lie. Yeah, that's doing 4,000 residual gas. Okay, well, no, it is. You're right, it is. But we sped these up. That one's doing 300 residual gas per minute. That's doing 500. Yeah, so look, that's an increase of quite a bit. I'm a little worried about the carbon dioxide situation, but we might resolve that soon. Okay, so now if we go to the rate calculator, in terms of up to 7,000 gas. Still not quite enough, is it? Okay, nitrogen's going down, that's good. The only reason why we're doing all right now is because we brought in that extra residual gas. That's going to run out very soon. I think that's running out already. I think we do actually need to do yield modules here. Believe it or not. I mean, hell, do we go like level 2 yields? Do. Yeah, it slows them down, but I mean, so what? We can always just speed them up again, it's not a problem. Next, argon. What do we do with that compressed gas? We do hold on to it. Like, that train can probably come on over here as well right now. What about the increase in power? Power's not a problem. Don't worry about power. Got like a full gigawatt just chilling out doing nothing right now. The trace gas comes in. There's a lot of trace gas, like 100 and... no. 60,000? It's not actually that much now that I think about it. It's trace gas, not compressed trace gas as well. Slightly less impressive. But it needs to be done. Oh, they pump ones? They pump ones? How are we using pump ones there for? This doesn't matter, it's not like it needs to be fast. like it's going anywhere in a hurry. Okay, so that's going to be more heat pipes, that's going to make more rockets, that's going to make more black science. Overall, good times. But honestly, what we really need is probably more of these. How are they going for nitrogen? Make more air than we... that should be doing something very soon. And some more compressors I think might be good too. Welcome back, Dave. Okay. A lot of air coming through. Get that a lot, to be fair, though. Okay. I'm waiting for my compressors to come through. I'll be here very soon, don't worry. Iron looks good. Sandstone looking these days. Sandstone's looking good. Limestone? Looking good. Bauxite. 2 places looking good. Yeah, minerals looking good. Had to get that one covered. Alright, Gerson. Enjoy work. I mean, if you can enjoy work. I don't know. I say enjoy work, but not everyone enjoys work. I acknowledge that. Some people... Bold statement from SeiferKatt there. You enjoy work, you'll never work a day in your life. I think that's a really nice saying, but I don't necessarily know that's true. You still work. You can enjoy it, but you're still working. Like, I enjoy my job, but if you gave me the option, I'd much rather not be doing it. Are you laughing at what I said? I mean, I'm not wrong. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You enjoy a job, there are days that it's just work. Exactly, that's what I mean. That is what they say, what I'm talking about. That is as they say, what I'm talking about. There we go, we got there in the end. Trace gas is still coming through. You know what we could do? Do a little bit of a sneaky snack. Who doesn't love a sneaky snack, right? Everyone loves a sneaky snack. And we'll compress the... Wait. Can we not compress the trace gas? No. You cannot. Interesting. Very much one of those, if it's not compressed when you buy it, it's never getting compressed. Interesting. Alright, so you can't compress it later. It must be compressed at site. Well, we're not doing that. I guess that's probably why we did it exactly the way we did it before. That would make sense. There's a few thousand helium in there, not much, but it'll have to do. And we should be seeing more rockets. In fact, there's a rocket now. I am once again a man of science. And I'm not too worried about starting to launch the... I think when I get the trees, fish, and arthropods done, then I'll start thinking about getting the copper and uranium ores. Right now, I don't think it's important. Eventually it will be, of course, but just not yet. Wow, those tanks really carry a lot of methanol now, don't they? Really impressed by those tanks. Really uses it too, goodness gracious. I didn't... Just took 200,000 methanol like it was nothing. Alright, we've got more fish launches ready to go. That does concern me a little bit. The trees, not so much. Fish are getting ready to go, that's nice. A winner, not a whiner, that is true. Job past Seif, know the truth. It does appear that we're not growing a lot of fish right now. Oh, those are progenitors, never mind, that's fine. Yeah, I don't think we're in a hurry for fish progenitors. Okay. So, how are we doing for fish science? Fishy at best. 1, 9. Gee, we've never used a fish science, so what if we just checked production of not called fish science, that's probably gonna be the big problem. What's it actually called? Why isn't it called fish science? Specimen, okay, there we go, that'll help. Go all time. You have made 61 fish science. We're going to need to construct more fish science. We needed what, 240 was it? So we're about 30-ish%. Not quite, but close. And these are still doing pretty well. The only thing that would do better, I think we've got... What if we put those new yield modules up there? That make things easier? Probably. Would slow things down though. No, I think we're doing all right as is. I think we're doing okay. So 350 times 5 is... Well, 300 times 5 would be 1,500 or 15,000? No, 1,500. So about 1,700. Not quite enough to do the 40, of course. But we're moving in the right direction, that's what matters. Of course, we do also have the bonuses of yield, so that'll... Oh, I didn't know these actually caught up as well as they did. What's slowing these down then? Or helium? No? What's slowing you down? Batteries? Interesting. We do something with batteries. Solvent. Okay, so the problem we might have is not that batteries aren't being made, but... Well, the batteries aren't being made, but not because we don't have the stuff, because the solvent train got stuck somewhere. I don't know what the solvent train is doing, but it's not acceptable. What if we turn that down to 20k? Okay, so I don't know how long that train's been stuck for. Probably forever. Yeah, well. Looks like we're not really making anything with the copper, so... Yeah, that train's probably been stuck for ages. That's disappointing. Okay, well, that's... It is what it is. Anyway, science is continuing. We're at 22%. With an extra 15,000... 15,000? No. Yeah, it'd be 1,500, not 15,000. 15,000 would be incredible. Not that much. Science continues, I suppose. I wonder if it's worth building more laboratory 3s. How much of the tech tree is left? Not as much. This is how much tech tree is left. I mean, there's a lot below it, but it doesn't matter. We get these techs, which we are like, we're not getting anything else unless we stuff up again. So there's not a lot of tech tree left, but tech that is remaining is long and tiresome. I mean, what if we were to build another rocket silo? I don't hate the idea. Or could we speed it up some other way? One thing I need to do, and I keep meaning to do this, go like that, like that, okay. That is 4.39. I mean, look, that speeds it up a bit, right? Why would you not? 0.98. I mean, look, it speeds it up. You'd be a fool not to speed it up a little bit. I a fool? Sometimes. Mostly it's a joke. Mostly. Okay, so we're launching rockets a bit faster. That's actually pretty good. Sure, it always has to do the launch sequence. That will slow it down a bit, but I don't think the problem is the launch sequence. I think the problem is just how fast we're making stuff. And if we got some good speed modules, which, oddly enough, we actually have a bunch of speed modules right here. Haste modules specifically. Why don't we grab some of those haste modules? I mean, it'll speed things up. Why don't we? 5.49. 0.08. Those go at speed 30. Go at speed 40. Do that. Keep launching rockets. I mean, this one's going to be... We're going to get another rocket very soon as well, like with bonus production. The bonus production is going to launch another rocket right now. I mean, every... How much? What's the production on these? The yield is 28, so every 4 of them we launch another rocket. I think speeding up production was a very, very good idea that I don't know why we didn't do that sooner. Actually, did this. Probably sneak another one in too. Yes, this is good. A lot of science coming through now. The only problem is I don't think physics is going to handle that. I mean, that's what we want to see, right? The production time of a rocket is 400 seconds. Careful about your rocket sales eating science. That shouldn't be a thing. They tend to empty a lot faster than that, but thank you for the advice. I don't think they're going that fast. Like, the only time it's... So they... What, it's 400 seconds crafting time, and they're going... Did this. Oh, what's this? We created more room for ourselves? Why? Scandalous. Such a scandal. What are we going to do with this space? I don't know. Another beacon? Make it even faster? Hearing another rocket going off? Oh yes, this is not going to be sustainable. What if, what if we did this? Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to put in here? Oh, another beacon. This is not sustainable. It's not sustainable for the amount of science things that I try hard enough. Let's try harder, that's my problem. Look at him go. Look at him go. Are you looking at him go? You should look at him go. You know what's going to be this more sustainable? Oddly enough, if we make it a bit slower, I know, I hate it too. But what if we made it a bit faster too? Oh. Make it slower, so faster. Okay, we're gonna need more base science in there. That's alright. That base science is gonna... Oh, you see what happened? You were looking at the input and thinking it was an output? Oh, that's alright. Oh, were you looking at these satellites or something? That's alright. There wasn't a useless warning. A useless warning at all. Like, you just wanted to make sure that I'm not wasting stuff. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hardly a useless warning. Okay. I was worried about useless warnings. Like, I don't know, it wouldn't be me. Besides, how often have you seen, and honest question here, how often have you seen me like run off, get excitedly doing something and realize that I've made a huge mistake? Be honest, we all know it's happened to me a lot. Okay. And we're gonna go yield module 4. So they go from productivity %. Man, that's good shit. Real good shit. We need some purple science, but I'm pretty sure I saw some purple science just chilling around here somewhere. Did. Well, you could trick me, did you? I'm not so easily tricked. I am so easily tricked, but it's not the point. We need more haze module 4, which are being made here. That's not where they go. So if we can get a bunch of yield module 4s, they're gonna make, so they're gonna slow down the rocket a little bit, sure, but I know I'm hand making these. It's absolute failure as a Factorio player. Factorio, the hell was that pronunciation? Hi guys, welcome to Factorio with SeiferKatt. 180 physics. Yeah, physics is the problem. Right, we can work on that in a moment. In the meantime, while it's been launching rockets aplenty, right? Look at those rockets. It's a lot of bees. We're going to get yield modules first, just because I think having higher productivity is more important at the moment. But those are not the ones I want. They're the ones I want. They're down here. I know that. Empty boxes of them. Oh, wait. We make those. So we don't have any need. Sure. Why not? We're going to need some purple science as well. Very soon. I'll be right. We surely made more than. We're going to need more productivity twos as well. That's not a problem. They're like over here-ish somewhere. And more of a problem the longer I walk. They're over here, right? Why are efficiency modules in here? They should be production ones. Okay, well that's slightly frustrating, but no more than usual of anything else I do in my life. I don't know what I'm going to do with these efficiency modules. I'll figure that out in a moment. One must say what I've done here is not very efficient, but that's okay. Okay, what am I doing with these efficiency threes? I've clearly made too many of. Put them in this train. Why? I don't know. Alright. Put them in a box, put them in a box. Don't need a lot of them. Very rude to just have them going that slowly. Rude on whose part? Both of ours. Rude on their part, and it's rude on my part to let them go that slowly. What's the problem we're having for these? Batteries, that's right. But batteries should be fixed now because we've got solvents coming through. Yeah, we've got batteries coming in now. So not quite as fast as I'd like them to, but they're still coming through, and that's ultimately what matters. Batteries will sort themselves out eventually. Oh, do you think we should, so they can actually leave? I think that'd be cool. I'm really just the architect of my own disasters, aren't I? I mean, I say that like this is a new revelation for anyone. Did you know I'm the architect of my own disasters? Yes, Seif, we know. We've been watching you for far too long. We are aware of your failings. myself, aren't I? Okay, so let's go steal some purple science. And we probably need to worry about physics, not architecture. It seems we need to worry about architecture. First, let's steal some purple science. Steal, not too much. We don't want to go insane with how much we take. Okay. You didn't take too much. Now, in the meantime, if you will, alright, still a bit of that going on, is there? What's wrong with physics? Laboratories. Interesting, I thought we had those resolved a long time ago. No, chemical plant 2s, of course. Of course, chemical plant 2s, you rear your filthy head to cause chaos and misery once more. Good job. Proud of you. Thanks, Hedgehog. Medium tank 1s. Interesting. Or coil, like iron. Huh. Problem isn't that we're not making them. The problem is, we're making them, we're just not really making them fast enough. That's the problem. Let's say this, for example, and then bit of that. No, it doesn't help. Then don't do that. Do things that'll help, don't do things that won't help. That's my new strategy. Wait, have we already done enough to help? Okay. The real problem is that things aren't going fast enough. So we're going to go into crazy go nuts mode. We start using greens. I'm sorry. Thought this was going to be a sane Factorio stream. You were wrong. Also, what were you thinking? Why did you come here thinking it was going to be a sane Factorio stream? That's on you more than it is on me. SeiferKatt blaming the audience. Classic. Okay. So with this revelation, we should be getting more of these over, and it looks like we are. Great. That is good news. Very pleased with that. How's it supposed to come up this lane? Nothing? Doesn't look like anything. One thing is that we just keep making medium tanks. Hello, this is Solbot. I come in peace. You have no chance to survive. Bide your timers. Bide my timers? Can I not make my time like I normally do? Usually I just make my time. Is this insufficient nowadays? Must I bide my timers? Alright. My timers will be bidden. I thought my timers were forbidden though. Bite your old timers. Oh my. I'm your old biters. They're very slow. My old biters are very slow. We don't need to shame them. We're gonna. Being slow. Shame your new biters. Physics, we've got one going at a time. That's not enough. 10% fish? Yeah, man. 10% fish, 50% trees as well. Some of these in boxes. Some of those in there where they belong. Yeah, that's probably fine. All right. Go back here and see if there's any other changes we can make. Actually, let's go look at Research Lab 2's. Feel sad. And how is my ships going? Still going. 1,000 science boxes in there. That's 5,000 science. Huge. I think we do need to change these to yield modules. More of these now. Small furnace 2s is my problem. There's a medium furnaces, you fool! Backhand. Small furnaces. What does a small furnace look like? That's a small furnace 2, but I feel like we need a small furnace 1s. We're gonna look at that again. Small furnace 2s. No, there's small furnace 2s. So those are what we need more of. And we're short on them because short on crucibles. Ah, crucibles. I hate crucibles. They live up here. We are not getting rid of our wastewater fast enough, it seems. Oh no, I know what this is going to lead to. Actually, no, I don't. Can we do a little bit of sneaky sneak with this? Okay, that's fine. Not going to connect them that way, we're going to connect them this way. And that should be doing its best, but its best may not be good enough. These are some old ass pipes. You heard me, old ass pipes. Can't actually just overwrite them by just clicking on them. You actually, it's faster to do it this way, I've just realized. That's what we're doing. Okay, so that should make crucibles faster. Faster crucibles, very important in life. They're not fast enough. How do we make everything faster when we get to late game? We just friggin' put beacons all over it and hope it does the job. Funnily enough, it usually does. Don't let them eat. We'll make them fast. I don't know. Dave doesn't sound like he's doing the fastest right now, even he's fasting. Oh, I just got it. I accidentally just made the joke you were making. Because they're not eating, they're fasting. Ah. Terrible. I know I'm terrible, Panda, but you don't need to tell me. Huh? I wasn't meant to hear that, so now you're talking at my back. Yeah. Exactly. Panda's being mean to me, guys. It's probably somewhat deserved, but it's not the point. You got a coupon for a joke, it was terrible. Yeah. That is good. I like it. So bad. Such a bad joke. Okay, well the good news is these seem to be running a bit better. Hopefully if we improve them, it'll get even better. This is my new strategy. If I improve things, they get better. I don't know if it's a good strategy, but it's what I'm working on. What is this? What is this wiggly bit? Why is this wiggly bit? Make sure you don't have weaves. I don't usually do belt weaving, so it should be safe. Usually I think belt weaving is horrible, so I think I'm okay. But if I'm not, then it'll just give us something new to fix. And that's exciting, right? Fix new things. Damn weaves, degenerate, exactly. I can't stand weavers. Or weevils, for that matter. There was some belt weaving on the left of the screen when I said that. I hope not. But I'll check it out before I, which was. Ugh. I'll have a look. Couldn't be. Left of the screen. Shit. No, wait, that's coming out. No, you're right, that's weaving. Oh. The good news is it hasn't picked it up the yellow. Right. Good spotting. Very good spotting on that. I don't think we've done it anywhere else. I'm very anti-weaving, so it's kind of surprising that I've done that. Man, I must have been truly desperate when I came to that part. Yeah, exactly. But still, that goodness. I only saw one solution. It was belt weaving, and at that point, I lost all faith in myself. I'm better than that. I like to think I'm better than that in any case. Whether it's true or not is irrelevant. Not faith. Not faith, but what we make for ourselves. Yeah, I mean, I guess. If anything, it was my fault entirely. But it's scary. I don't usually belt weave, so I don't know what inspired me to do it that time. From T2. Yeah, I haven't watched Terminator, so I wouldn't know. I haven't seen Terminator 2. Have we had this discussion before? We probably have. It's probably just different with people. Yeah, no, I haven't seen Terminator 2. Never got around to it. It's fine. It's not that good. Really good franchise. Shame they stopped after Terminator 2 and never made any more. Yes, I am aware of that argument before. I've seen that argument before. Like World War Z, it's a shame they never made a movie out of it. It would have been really good if they did. Yeah, I've heard people really liked it. That's it. I've got nothing against it. I just haven't seen it. I just haven't gotten around to it. Maybe one day I'll watch it, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Okay. You're going over the IMDb top 250 and watching all the movies you've never watched? Oh boy. Send me that link. Let's go through it. This sounds like a terrible disaster to go through right now. Let's go through how many of these top movies I've seen. Oh, this is gonna be a mistake. This is not what I should be doing during a Factorio stream, but it just sounds like entertainment for me. Okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. It's gonna be so bad. All right, let's go. Let's make it a bit bigger so it's readable. Shawshank Redemption, no. Godfather, no. Dark Knight, yes. No, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're at 4 already in the top 10. 4 in the top 10 is pretty good. Yes. Do we count a half? Do we count a half? You know what? I need a piece of paper for this. Do I have a pen? No, I've had this problem the other day. I don't have a pen at my desk. Let's just keep going. Look, we'll count Fight Club as a half. So we'll just keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. 10. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. 11. Nope. 12. Ugh. 13. No, it's fine. No, no. 14. No. 15. No, no. No, 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 no. 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 No, no, no. No. No, no. 16? I've seen Alien. No, no. 17. No. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nope. 18. No, no. I'm just gonna pick out things I know make people mad. Even heard of some of these. No, no, no. Oh, of course I've seen Avengers Infinity War. That's like 18. 19? 19. No, no. 20. Maybe? I don't think I have. No. 21. I'm gonna watch a superhero movie. Of course I have. No, no, no. 22. I'm gonna watch a Disney film. 23. 24. 25. I'm doing all right. I'm gonna go top 100. 26. Really? Okay. A bit high. 27. 28. 28 in the top 100. That's not bad. I think I can be proud of that. Yeah, look, I'm proud of the 28 in the top 100. I think we'll stop there. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Let's not tell lies to each other, okay? Let's not pretend. Let's not have me go, okay, I'll totally watch the Shawshank Redemption, because I'm just gonna be lying to you. I'm not gonna watch it because Shawshank. I know nothing about this movie, so maybe I should shut up before I say something horrible. I was about to say Shawshank doesn't deserve redemption, but I don't know. Maybe he does. Or maybe Shawshank Redemption is the name of like a bird. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. I know a prison's involved, right? Or is that the Green Mile? Might be the Green Mile. Unless they both involve prisons. Oh man. Both are about prisons. Okay. Which is the one with Tom Hanks? Do either of them have Tom Hanks? Do they both have Tom Hanks? I don't know. Are we sure it's not the same film with a different name? It happens sometimes. Shawshank is the name of the prison. Shawshank has Morgan Freeman. Okay. And Morgan Freeman and Tom Hanks are not the same person. I know this. This is a movie fact that I know. You can take that one to the bank. They will ask you, why did you come to the bank with this knowledge? But just tell them. Thief sent me. And they go, I don't know what you're talking about. Panda will be very excited by my movie knowledge. Panda loves movies. I don't really watch them. I got nothing against them. I just want to play video games. We're 69 in the top 100. Nice! Yeah, that's the response. Think they went to the bank in Shawshank? Okay. Alright, how are we doing physics now? That's not really doing that much better, but maybe physics is doing great. Look, we've got 2 of them going. That is technically an improvement. And I know something about movies. Tom Hanks and Morgan Freeman are different people. I do have a bowl. Thank you. Are you impressed with my movie knowledge? Thank you. They're different people, yeah. Can I name a movie by each? I can. Shawshank Redemption and Green Mile. Which one's in which? Fuck. I can't look at chat for that one. Shawshank Redemption is Morgan Freeman. It was a 50-50. I got there in the end, yeah. Ooh. He was asking the tough questions there. I got out of it, but it was close. But both are Tom Hanks. Trick question, they're both of them because both are Tom Hanks. I didn't consider such obvious truths. Both are also Morgan Freeman. Damn. Seifer knows so much about movies. Nothing. That's not true. Look, I've watched 25 of the top 100. I've literally never heard of Tim Robbins. And let's be honest, a lot of the top 100, the only reason I did well on that was because there was a lot of Marvel and Disney movies in there. I would have done far worse if there were no Marvel or Disney movies. Okay. We appear to be running out of sand. I'm not sure you're being serious. I actually do not know. If you told me you're being serious, I literally have nothing to go against that. I'm not just going to be like, alright, sure. Oh, I watched Star Wars as well, so, I mean, that helped. That's a big piece of apple. Look at that apple. Wow, it's huge. Oh, and I'd watched Lord of the Rings as well. But, you know, those helped me get bigger numbers than I honestly deserved. Can we speed up the sandstone coming through here, please? I think the sandstone's a little bit lackluster. Wait, okay. Is Tim Robbins... I don't know if you're joking about the whole Tim Robbins thing. I've never heard of this guy. And before anyone asks if I'm doing a bit, I'm not doing a bit. I've never heard of Tim Robbins. Okay. That should help. He's not too famous? Alright. To be fair, there's a lot of fake presidents in films. Wait, hang on. Was he the fake president in a film, or was he the real president in a film, therefore not the actual US president? Because obviously he wouldn't be the actual US president. But, you know, like Harrison Ford's been a president. But at the same time, I don't think anyone would confuse Harrison Ford with the actual... two different actors who were also presidents. Wasn't Reagan an actor? And clearly Donald Trump was in Home Alone, so therefore he's also an actor. Yeah, I was right! A fraudulent president in the film. Was he acting? There's a rule, I think, that if you use Trump Towers or Trump property in a film, Donald Trump has to cameo, or at least that was a rule at some point. And so in Home Alone 2, they were in like New York, and yeah, Donald Trump was in it. Terry Crews. There's a cameo acting. I mean, he had a line, I'm pretty sure. Is it cameo acting? I think a cameo is acting. I mean, Stan Lee had cameos in all the Avengers films, well, the Marvel films until he died, and then he was still acting. It was definitely a cameo. Also, I've got a train that's run out of fuel. Stan Lee was not playing himself. That's true. He got me there. Um, I guess playing yourself is a different thing, right? And speed them up a bit. I really like the idea that they could have gone with originally that Stan Lee was actually a watcher. Like, not a Watu, but just a watcher in general would have been pretty good. The Stan Lee Parable. Oh my god, that would probably improve the game. I didn't like Stanley Parable. I don't like games that go, ho ho, look at us, we're so smart. Oh. I know it's not what it does, but I feel like it's insulting me because it thinks I'm stupid. That sounds like a me problem. Sort of watcher acting like Stanley character. And, oh, okay. They thought about that for a while, did they? That's. Ah, theme remains a problem. Where am I? Very good question. Not in the right place, I'll tell you that much. Pulp Fiction or Kill Bill Volume 1. I don't remember that cameo. And you mean for Thor? No, I honestly Thor 1 and 2 I just do not remember because they were so dull. They are the worst movies in Marvel, and I don't care if anyone's like, actually you forgot the Eternals. No. Chains his truck to Thor's hammer and proceeds to rip the truck apart. God. Oh, I don't remember that. Kind of hilarious, actually. Yeah, no. The Thor movies are... Thor 1 and 2 are the worst Marvel films. And I don't care if anyone's like, actually the new Ant-Man was the worst, or Eternals. You forget Eternals. No, I remembered Eternals. I enjoyed Eternals. Who am I arguing with right now? I don't know. I'm arguing with the internet. Usually a mistake. Morbius is not an MCU film. Doesn't count. Also, Morbius didn't at any point shout out, I'm morbing out, or it's morbing time, and therefore it's the worst movie in general. They had an opportunity and they blew it. No point did he shout, it's morbing time. Or, I'm morbing out, man! Like, how can you take him seriously if he doesn't shout, I'm morbing out? Thor has very pronounced pre and post Taika Waititi phases. That is true. Taika is wonderful, though. I love him. Like, his movies are fun. I've seen most, well, I haven't seen most of his movies, but I've seen, you know, I've seen his movies, and I like Taika's movies. Saying most is a bit of exaggeration, but I've seen the movies, and that says something. Yeah, and I mean the latest Thor, Love and Thunder, that's fine. Was it the best? No, but it wasn't as bad as Thor 2. No MCU movie is as bad as Thor 2. It's the only MCU movie I've been watching for the first time and thought, I'm bored. And that's never a good thing to be saying when watching an action movie. If you're saying I'm bored while watching an action movie, they have messed up. No, I mean, it's absolutely fine. Like, am I going to go, oh, well, I am saying, oh, it's the worst movie. So I guess I am a terrible person. But, yeah, I'm not saying, like, oh my God, Marvel has no idea what they're doing, cancel Marvel. The worst decision in Factorio is allowing old mode to be disabled. That is true. I can just do it now. There you go. Happy now? Wait, hang on. There we go. Oh, look at that. We disabled it for both. Yeah, I hate it. Okay. Okay. Ooh. 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 Let's never do that again. That being said, Into the Spider-Verse was a Sony movie as well, and Into the Spider-Verse was freaking great. Like, old modern mode on the map, but not in the main game. What? That is... How can you say something so dangerous, yet brave? I wasn't expecting bravery today. You can deal with power lines off the map. Power lines these days is how I navigate. If I turn the power lines off, I actually don't know where anything is anymore. Like, I don't... Are my labs here? They are, okay. If I got the power lines on, I can see that's where the labs are. Because they're like ley lines. Looked at Thor 2. The director also did Terminator Genesis and then basically nothing else by Korea. Yeah, well. I'm just saying. Wasn't a good movie. Was the worst Marvel film. I'm not going to go and make a post on Reddit about it. But it's just how I feel. Do we have any more distilleries? We do. I feel like we just need to make more of this stuff. I mean, it couldn't hurt having a bit more, right? There's a new Miss Marvels thing, 3 generations of Marvels. Oh, you mean the Marvels? Yes. Well, I'm super excited for that. With Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Photon, I believe they call her. I think they call her Photon. Yeah, I'm all like, look, you give me Miss Marvel anything, and I'm for that. Like, I mean, she's got a lot of names. Like, she's one of those heroes that changes their name quite often. Oh. No. Wasn't the game not good? Which one? You talking about, oh goodness, hang on. Sorry, I gotta sort some shit out here, apparently. We got problems. Oh, I think I know what's going wrong here. No, I don't. Excuse me. Dummy Marvel girl, how dare you? How dare you insult Kamala Khan that way? Yeah, the game wasn't good though, you're right. It's Miss Marvel, don't disrespect Miss Marvel. Seriously. Literally my favorite Marvel character. Oh man. Thin ice, my friend, thin ice. Why is this connected badly? Oh. No, I think we're good now. We're not good now. Maybe we are. We'll see. We're good now. The problem is that steam was hiding it. Other movies, Thor Ragnarok. I didn't watch the Cowboy Bebop TV show. I was meaning to, and I just never got around to it. I know some people just like don't watch it, it's real bad, but I still kind of want. Yeah, I know. I kind of wanted to watch it. I'm kind of like, I don't really care if it's bad. I kind of still want to watch it, you know? Like, it's not going to hurt me if I watch it. Probably. Anytime watching Terminator 2 instead. Ugh. Ugh. Drags heels like a spoiled child. We just watched the anime. I've watched the anime. Yeah. Or you just let me watch it again. Avatar: The Last Airbender live action was a special case. I think we can all agree on that. I never saw it, but I have no desire to. So, I don't know, the new one at least looks like it has, you know, actors that at least look like what they're supposed to look like. I mean, I know that's not really how you're supposed to judge a movie, but there's no Warren Ba Sing Se. I think a lot of people's reactions to Ghost in the Shell was the fact that the Major was Scarlett Johansson and not Asian. Like, really? But at least that was the discourse at the time. I don't know if it ever got outside of that discourse. I feel like it didn't really. Okay. I missed some straight pipes. Oh, you're right, I did. Look at that. Not really going to produce enough, but it's going to do a bit better. What are we building here? We are trying to get faster helium. So we're trying to make more compressed air that'll turn into, like, of the 100 compressed air we make, we want 3 of the residual gas, and then with the 3 residual gas, these are different things. Substation. Why did I do it that way? Look, I didn't do it for really particularly any reason. I did it because I didn't care. But look, just because you seem to care, I'll do it the other way around. Okay? It's for you. Welcome. Look, any little bit I can do to help. Yeah, I mean that's true, but I don't think they were happy that she was meant to be Asian, and instead they just went Scarlett Johansson. Which, you know, I guess I kind of get that. There's not a lot of action roles for Asian females uh, in like American media, but at the same time, if you get Scarlett Johansson, I mean, oh, I don't know. Japanese people don't mind. Well, that's probably true too. They probably don't care. You know, it's not about whether people mind or not, it's about the discourse. It's about being angry. Are you not angry? Why are you not angry? You should be angry. How dare you not be angry? Honestly, that's the distressing part, the fact that you're not angry. I'm furious. Just to be clear, I'm not actually furious, I don't really care. Mexicans got angry, they cancelled Speedy Gonzalez rather than getting angry that was stereotypical. Yeah, Speedy Gonzalez is a concerning character. But, you know, I mean, you can't really say, you know, general rule people aren't offended because, you know, you don't know, other people might be. Can't really speak, one person can't speak for everyone, or a group of people can't speak for everyone in that group. I don't know. Alright, so hopefully this will help with my helium production. Yeah, again, that's a generalized, like, that's what I thought, and then some people like, no, that's how I prefer it. And then I'm like, well, I can't win this one. But that being said, in New Zealand we don't have a lot of Latin people. We got a few, of course. You know, people do immigrate. And there's one who doesn't like it. There we go. Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. I'm not going to tell you how to feel about that. Like, I mean, I watched that in that CGP Grey video where he was talking about that. Oh, CGP Grey, what a dude. What a dude. As dudes go, what a dude. Let's do a little bit more. Do we need more? We might need more. A bit more. Oh my gosh, Tiffany. Poor man. They didn't have to do that to him. Yeah, that's fair. Well, thank you very much for your input there, Helmet. I'm not being rude, I actually don't understand that area, so I appreciate you letting me know. Thank you. Sharks! You gotta put exclamation mark every time. Very important. It's not really a discourse that comes up in New Zealand that much about the Latin identifier. So, yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, sharks! I just love how just genuinely happy he is about that. The new Suicide Squad game looks awful. I mean, I know nothing about it, but I'm not exactly surprised. Destination full. Oh shoot, really? Wait, whoa, wait. Are we making so much space science now we're actually having problems containing it all? Kind of. Shoot. Okay. I didn't see this eventuality ever actually occurring. Ah! Oh, what next? Are you gonna have a Marvel game with Longshot and his weapon is a dagger? Oh, that's so bad. How do you do that? How do you stuff that up? Oh, so bad. How do you stuff that up? God, that's good. The shark dude's name. I don't remember his name. Ow! Right in the eye. I needed that eye for later. King Shark? Is his name really King Shark? To be fair, didn't Rocksteady also do Arkham Knight? And that game was kind of bad. Which is kind of funny, because it did the thing that everyone wanted. Everyone was like, give me the Batmobile, I want to drive the Batmobile. Please let me drive the Batmobile, your game sucks, I can't drive the Batmobile. And you're like, okay, you can drive the Batmobile as a tank. People are like, the Batmobile sucks. I mean, they weren't wrong, the Batmobile did suck, but Arkham Knight was okay after patches. Yeah. Batmobile did suck, though. And they did force you to drive it a few times too many. I want to drive the Batmobile, please, sir. Let me drive the Batmobile. I want to drive it. I want to be Batman with the Batmobile. What was that one? Was that Arkham Knights? Like plural? What was that one? Didn't have Batman. Dolby was Dolby's absolutely a Batman fan because they're both owned by Warner Brothers. The logic checks out. All right, Ragnar, you want to see a cat from the calendar? We can see a cat from the calendar. And actually, oh, hello there. So, while I'm setting this up, I would like to let you know that on Wednesday, about this time, so in a couple of days' time, we're going to be doing Cat of the Month. Because guess what showed up today? That's right, new camera. There it is. Hell yeah. So we're going to set that up and we're going to look at some cats and we're going to rate what is the cat of January. But we're not doing January cat right now, we're doing a February cat. Have I tested it yet? No, not well. It's still in the box, but see, the thing is, this has got a huge advantage that it's got a brand on it. Yeah, it's still sealed. Like I only got it like half an hour before the stream started, so I didn't really get a chance to play around with it. It is still wrapped, but it'll be fine. It's branded, unlike the last one, which was not. Okay. And before Wednesday, camera broke, no cat of the month. Don't you? But anyway, I'll talk about Subnautica in a moment. Let's just do cat of the month, then I'll go back to my usual thing. So the question is, as always, is this a great cat? All cats are good cats, but is it a great cat? Work that day? I'm sorry. Imagine my main camera broke. Well, the good news is this is the same type of camera. It's just a newer version of it, so it'll be fine. Yeah, same camera. Anyway, is this a great cat? That's the question, and here it is. do you reckon? It's a bit round, isn't it? I mean, it's not an upgrade camera. It's the same sort of cameras I'm using currently. Because I know I can rely on it, so that's good enough, right? Hella fluff. He kind of... Is he fat or is he just fluff? That's the question. He's a good cat, of course. All cats are good cats. Is it a great cat? Is it for the cold, round, fluff? It could be a few things, but look at him. He's... What is he... Probably looking at a bird. Checking out that bird. But is he a great cat? Does he deserve to go into the competition Cat of February? Cat of the month of February. Little paws. Those paws. Those are not paws for concern. Those are paws that you'd want to pat. You want to pet those little cat feet. Are his eyes different colors? No, I don't think so. One's in the shade. Yeah, no surprise there. That is a great cat. 5-0. 100% agreed with that. I would have said great cat. I forgot to vote. But yeah, absolutely great cat. Now, Subnautica was being mentioned. What were we talking about Subnautica for? You forgot to vote? You were too in love with the cat. You forgot to vote. Well, that's okay. Now, why were we talking about Subnautica? What was going on with that? Subnautica... Oh, the Subnautica devs about handling feedback. No, I don't know that. What was their response to dev feedback? People telling them how to make the game, and they just went, yeah, if you are making my game. Probably not if you. It just generally doesn't give you any positive feedback, but you know what I mean. Generally just saying if you to people doesn't tend to give you good results. What are we doing with power? In order to have a dev talk thing where they said users are really good at finding where the change had to be made, but trash at having suggestions the change should be. Yeah, I've heard that a few times actually. People are like, I don't remember who it was. I feel like Mark Rosewater of Magic was saying a similar idea. That, you know, people know what's wrong, but they have no idea how to fix it. Which is basically the same idea. And honestly, when my favorite card game, Netrunner, RIP Forever, Miss You Forever Bay, died, they, like the fans created like new sets. And I just look at the cards and I'm like, these cards are not great. Like the design's all over the place. I wasn't a fan. Go forward. If I asked them what they'd wanted, they would have said a faster horse. True. I mean, he doesn't want a faster horse. Unfortunately, Ford could not make a faster horse, ultimately making him a failure. Make these faster. He was like, oh, if I could have asked them what they wanted, they would have said a faster horse. I didn't give them a faster horse. I gave them something different. It's like the only reason you can give them a faster horse is because you can figure out how to make their legs go faster. That's on you, Ford. Don't pretend like it's the people's fault. It's your fault for being a shit developer of horses. Like, obviously, he could have just made a horse with more legs, but no, he couldn't because he didn't think of that because he's too stuck in the future, not stuck in the past enough. And that was Ford's real fault. Didn't make faster horse. And ultimately, that's what history's going to remember him as. The guy who couldn't make a faster horse because he was bad at his job. Ford was a Nazi sympathizer. I mean, okay, he has other problems too, clearly. Shit. Horses do have more power than 1 horsepower. Well, you know. Yeah, a few things happen to make them less Nazi sympathizers, I suppose, but yeah, sure did. Much like how Ford could have made a horse go from 0 to 100 real quick, but he was too lazy. Who just appeared? Oh, wait, is that... Okay, I just remembered who that is. I hate that name. Alex Jones has 10 for you. Yeah. I mean, at least Alex Jones understand Nazi equal bad. You know, he understand Nazi equal bad. That's a, you know, it's a fairly basic understanding of life. Nazi equal bad, you go, yes, of course, Nazi equal bad. There is no one more equal bad as Nazi. Nazi equal bad. But if everyone's like, yeah, you go, no, no, you don't understand. They bad. It's really simple. Must have missed that memo. It's not a hard memo to get. Like, when I was 5, I understood Nazi equal bad. You know, I don't know how I understood that, to be fair, but certainly primary school level, I understood Nazi equal bad. Very easy math. Problem is when calling everyone a Nazi. Yeah, look, the problem is when calling everyone a Nazi, you don't know who bad. But at no point does someone go, I think not all Nazis are bad. No, no, Nazi equal bad. Real simple. Real simple math. Yes, you can say whoever you want is also bad, and no one can really stop you that. But just do not forget simple rule. Nazi equal bad. Simple rule. Very simple. And if anyone says I'm being controversial on this one, too bad. You know who needs the memo has issues? Yeah, that's probably fair. Like, I know sometimes I have to be told, hey, just a reminder, don't get political here, but no, I think that's a fair one to get political on. Still having a stroke me. At least not by that name. Is green the top belt in Nullius? It is. Like, I mean, in video games, there's like 2 things you're allowed to shoot as much as you want, and no one's going to complain about it. One is zombies. Everyone's cool with zombies, like on a moral ground. Other one, Nazis. Nazi equal bad. I've not seen that meme. I might have seen the meme, but I can't think of it immediately. Vampires? No, vampires are sexy. You can't... See, vampires are tortured souls. Not all vampires equal bad. You know... Like, vampires, in some cases, are victims. Victims not equal bad. Math gets complicated. It also used to be like, you know, communists also equal bad, but that one's a tricky one. Gotta be careful with that one. Nazi zombies equal bad. Very simple. Simple math. I don't remember what that was the context for. Communism small, fine for small groups. Yeah, I mean, that's the part where I can't really speak to because I don't understand. Like, unfortunately, a lot of what I have in my head for that is rhetoric on both sides, which I don't necessarily know which is correct. So I'm going to take the wise option and back out of there. I just know it's not as simple as equal bad. Like, I have a very simple way of looking at life. Something equal bad, it is bad. Is it too simplistic? Absolutely. Does it equal bad? Yes. Isn't it bad?
Butt kicking, for goodness!
Thank you for following Daring Fireball while I do one of my most unhinged rants I've done in a long time. Um, thanks for the follow. You've walked in at a weird time and I apologize. National Socialism is bad. Well, of course. The obvious reason. The basic math that we have discussed. I mean, yeah, power dynamics is always interesting. That's always probably the problem. If someone's like, I'm going to lead more people, and then they start going like delusions of grandeur and being like, yes, I should have 20 extra life with cumulative upkeep. Yeah, I'm not very good at this. That's fair. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't talk about this one, because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It goes beyond my basic maths of understanding. My basic maths of understanding is like very stupid, like a child's. Zombie equal bad. Like, don't give me ifs, thens, and buts. No if then statements. We do not want nested if statements, please. No if, none of that. Can't handle that. Just simple something equals something. At least I know that I don't know. Yeah, I know that I don't know enough, but I also don't really do the research in it. And that's fine. Because sometimes ignorance is bliss, and I like to be blissful. Basic myths. Basic maths understanding. Yeah, okay. Is this one of those things where people hear my Kiwi accent and go, haha, he's talking about meth? I'm talking about math. This might be another one of those things, huh? Meth. You hearing it? Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. Wait till you hear about my magic deck. F. Alright, Glacier, you take care. Alright, how are we going? Is physics in any way improved? Oh, 4 physics. That's a lot of physics. Yeah, I mean, that's not fair. I mean, it is fair, but it's also not fair. I haven't met that many people. I like how Soulburn just agreed with himself. Soulburn, don't at yourself, it's strange. Don't at me, don't at me. That's some of the maths I understand. Me not equal me. Wait, crap, hang on. No, we've gone to existentialism. We've gone too far. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Me not equal me. Oh no, we're going to Baba is you theories here. Me is you. Seife is you. Seife's win. Why did I not win? Ah, Seife's not win. Ah, I hate Baba is you. I feel so stupid playing it. Alright, how are we going? Oh, we got lots of trees. Do we have fish? Can we launch some fish into the space? Launch some fish. Yes. Okay, well, I think what we should do is get some trees down first. Patrick's Parabox? Maybe. We have to buy Patrick's Parabox first. We don't have a lot of trees. Alright. Patrick's Parabox looks pretty fun. Am I fabricating fish out of thin air? No, that would be foolish. I am making fish. What do I need for arthropods? Oh, I thought you were making fun of my accent. So we're doing trees, okay. No, we are loading them into a drone and then firing the fish around the planet. You know, totally normal things to do. Oh, you suck at typing? Well, look, you know what? You could have not said that. I would have totally believed you. But you got that. Okay. Are we ready to launch some trees? Grim's update. You were offline for 217 days. By the way, Dave, I'm still playing Swarm game. I just want you to know that. I want you to know that I'm still playing Swarm Simulator. Okay? I'm not blaming you for this, but I'm also blaming you for this. No, 50.85. Trees! Trees! How high are you? Told you, man, I don't do that sort of thing. We're in the trillions of... Yeah, we're firing trees. We're not orbit dropping them, we're firing them from this train over here that's firing them. Is that like Creeper World? No, it's just a what do you call them? Oh, reset. Oh yeah, reset heaps. Hasbro. It's a game like Cookie Clicker in a sense. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called. Incremental game. Thank you. Idle games. Yep, that's good too. When do I get big worms? That's what I want to know. That's the ones. Yeah, like that. Gonna get 60% trees, or are we done? 9.4, 9.6, 9.8, 2.15. Excellent. Ooh, oxygen's almost 80%. Alright, Halbait, you please go sleep. I would like you to be safe and healthy. That's alright. I'm only going to be streaming for a little bit longer. Maybe like another 45 minutes. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. Now we've got trees. Look at them all. Look at all damn trees. Go to sleep, Hellbait. Take out the VOD later. You can watch it at double speed. Imagine my unhinged rants at double speed. Oh god, I just imagined that. It hurt. Have I played Antimatter Dimensions? Look, I'm not going to play another idle game. I'm not going to play 2 idle games at a time. I think that would destroy me. 1 idle game at a time is my limit. You need to watch the RimWorld VOD? Oh my god. Yep, some stuff happened there. I was thinking about it today. I was wondering how easy it is to find the Stellark. Because I reckon if it's possible to find the Stellark... Oh, the Win. Oh yeah, the Win's a lot more interesting. If I can find the Stellark, it seems appropriate for the Polith people... Pomlith people, to try and eat the Stellark. I think that's what we should be doing. But I don't know how you find the Stellark. I mean, I really want an update to Orb of Creation. I really want to play that some more. what I want. I liked Orb of Creation, and I've waited like a year for like them to release more stuff. Really enjoyed Orb of Creation. I wish to ponder my orbs some more. Uh, 10.4 is where fish are at. .2. Fish are rising. .4. I mean, it's gonna take a little while, but we'll get there. We're almost at 60% overall, which is actually really exciting. Bigger fish would start propagating themselves after a bit. You would, but they get lazy until once you get 100%, they're like, oh, okay, I guess we'll start, you know, doing fishy things. They're just not interested at the moment. They know I will manage it. %. Kinda low. What kids are calling it these days. I don't know. They won't tell me. You know, it's probably for the best they don't tell me. I don't think I... Hey, fellow kids. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That seems like a good time, a good way to get a visit from some people wearing lovely uniforms. .4. .8. My spider has run out of power. Oh no. I've been hitting my spider a little bit hard lately, I think. That's absolutely what the kids call it these days. Hitting the spider. Yeah. The batteries all ran out. Is it because it's out of range, or is it just... Oh, it's because we're out of fish. Okay. 18.39, not bad. Get to 20%, I'll be a lot happier. 19.2, 19.6. Can we get to 20? Those fish didn't survive. That's disappointing. I expected better from those fish. Alright. How are we doing in a few places? How are we going over here? I don't really want to walk my spider anywhere right now. It's very tired. Very sleepy spider. Heat pipes continue to be a problem. Vaguely. Yeah, almost out of satellites, interestingly enough. Oh, Got a couple of miners there. That's exciting. They'll get grabbed up very soon. Okay, cool. Couple of miners. Very exciting. Because then maybe we'll get some uranium or some copper. And that'll move us closer to the end. What are we lacking for science? Is it space science or are we still lacking physics? Still physics. And honestly, until we get physics sorted, this is going to be... Oh, actually. Until we get physics sorted, this is going to be a reoccurring problem. Like, it's good that they're making them, but they're just not making them fast enough. That simply will not do. Um... Part of me is wondering if it's... Okay, well actually before that. Train is out of fuel for some reason. Fish science train is out of fuel. Oh yes, I suppose it would be. How is fish science doing these days? We still only have part of what we need. Okay. It honestly looks like it's doing all right, though. So we need antimatter containment to max out to be finished, and then we can get that all be nice. Then we can make antimatter, which shouldn't take too long. Only a little bit of that we actually need to use. Then we need to start researching zoology. We need to really start getting these sciences faster. Hmm. Still fish science. Wait, hang on. Oh, I know why it's having a problem. It's trying to leave. Put it in manual for a few seconds. Let it power itself up a bit. Okay. Look, we're not really doing anything with this right. Actually, I think we are. Never mind. We're in the wrong place. That's where I want to be. It's going to consume that physics pretty quickly, which is good. That's what we want. Can we do anything to speed up the fish science? That's the reason we're not making biters right now. And once we start making biters, then we're in a good place. I wonder at what point do we start considering stopping worms or Yeah, we've got a bunch of other sciences that we can probably start stopping at some point. We have a spreadsheet for that because oh, Hellbait has to read this and die. That meme now. Okay, so what did my spreadsheet need? Factorio Biosciences. We needed about 370 grass. How much grass do we have? I don't know. Go deliver that and we'll figure it out. Grass, right? Okay. We can start turning off other sciences. That'd be good. We can spend all our resources doing other stuff. I don't think that is 360 grass science. Oh. No, there's not 360 grass science on my... I'm not a fool. Kind of a fool. Let's see. Things that matter, things that don't matter, and things that anti-matter. True. So... Just down here for the moment. You know what? We're not actually far from it. I thought we were further away, but we might actually have enough grass science. Yeah, okay, sorry. I know we've picked up some other things that we didn't really need. Can we just focus right now, just for once in my gosh darn life? There's trees. Trees are not grass. You know this. Okay, so that's 307 grass. I need 360, so there is 7 plus 5. Let's assume each one of these has 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. We've actually got enough. Ah. Okay, well, let's turn off grass science then. We will leave it so that we can make more if we need to, but I think we've got enough grass science. Spider, to me. Gotta stop the grass science. Bacteria science we've got enough of. No more grass science, yeah. Got all the grass science we need, I think. It's called something slightly different, so I've really got to call it by its correct name or I can't find it. They're called non-STEM studies grass science because they sit on the grass instead of study. I mean, that is, are you not allowed to sit on the grass? I'm very confused why that's a problem. Okay. We cut that off, and the genome goes that way. That means that we will be making more trees? Tree. That's good. They're allowed, but implies they only sit on the grass. Oh, that's fair. Oh, we're at 80% oxygen. We can now make biters. I am worried about this oxygen percentage, that it's not going to be 100 in time. I don't need to worry. Alright, get some more physics in there, but in the meantime, we're going to stop that for a bit. I'm going to do some biter research, because why? No. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not. I just realized if we change our efficiency, then we can probably get away with less. Change our productivity, rather. But 2. You know what? It's fine. 2 is fine. Carry on. Not that big a difference anyway. Okay, so zoology is starting to study. That's going to take 120 of most sciences except 240 fish science. Problem. But then we can make biters. And then we can make everything we need except for the probes, which is still going to take me a little while. Now, why am I here? Why are any of us truly? Yeah, that's good existentialism, but seriously, why am I here? Watch these. Seems like something I should do. That has been stopped, so they shouldn't be making more of that. They'll finish off what they're doing and then they'll stop, rather. Uh, 60%. Can we speed that up just a little? So just to be clear, that is 1.4%, 1.4. It does slow down a little bit when you do that, but then you put that there and it goes to 1.9. Okay. Spider's kind of freaking out. Don't worry about it, Spider. You'll freak out sometimes, I get it. And science is just going to continue. That's fine. We still need, like, how much physics do we need? 20, 80. Need a lot of physics. We still need like 200,000 physics. Everything else I'm not worried about. It's just the physics. Funnily enough, I'm not even worried about the spaceships. Which, now that I look at them, actually, I should be worried about, because I don't have anything else to put in the ships. Okay. Yikes. Solar panels in there, please. Everything else is fine. Okay. Beating up physics again. Big power on the way, but I'm walking too fast. Can't click on power. I'm too speedy with my spider leg. Happens to the best of it. Power is not the best. I mean, power is pretty good, but I remember what my problem was. The problem is substations at the moment. An interesting problem. Let's try that again. Clearly I've missed... No, substations were on this line. From where? Yeah. Why are my substations broken? They don't work. Because battery ones. Let me guess. I've guessed wrong. Where are battery ones made? In this madness. Are they even made in this madness? You know what I can do? That looks like where they could come from. Made madness. Okay. Okay. Aluminium. Can we speed up aluminium? Aluminium sheets need to be faster. We need our sheet to be faster. Faster sheet. Okay, is that helping? It can't be hurting. The only part that I think is hurting is the fact that we just could be doing better. Be doing better. Put one of these here. And then the problem is, funnily enough, things are too slow. Okay. Does that result in more power? Or more batteries, rather. First, they're going to go on a wild ride. But it does look better. It looks like an improvement. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Eh. No, something else has run out now. Solvent? It's solvent. No? It's solvent. Ah. Like we've got a similar problem here too. Oh, it fills up and then jams. 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Okay. So that's going to fill up with solvent. Also, I guess it's going to make a lot more solvent now. That's fine. And that's going to go over there to make the batteries. And that should help us with other things. Guys, it's my truck. Remember the truck? Here it is. Someone will be like, that's not a truck, that's a tank. No, it says truck. See? Yeah. Truck. I wouldn't tell you it's a truck and it not be a truck. That would be foolish. Truck. Hell yeah. Biggest truck. A cool big truck. Which is, of course, what they used to call me in high school. Cool big truck. And we're going to... I'll speed these up a little bit. See, you've played tank truck before. Oh, a truck. This is a truck. All right then, we good? We good. Plastic is not quite coming through as fast as it needs to. I'd love a little bag of chips. Thank you. Are they chippies? Are they... How do you know they're chippies, not chips? No bag. I got a little bag of chips. Really tiny. Chippies, sorry. Goodness gracious. I'm getting in trouble for this, for some reason. I don't quite know why either, but I'm getting in trouble because I called them chips and not chippies. They are chicken. Chicken flavor. They don't really taste like chicken. That classic lie. Yeah, we're told they're chicken chips, but they don't taste like chicken. We're just forced to go along with it. Appease our masters. At the chip factory. Go chippery. Yeah, it should be better. I am a little bit concerned about just how plastic is. Why does the plastic do that? Fine there, and then it goes slow. But why? Why does it slow down? It's not that it slows down, it's that it speeds up. The opposite problem. There we go, look at that. What bambo. That's much better. That makes me happy. Solvent, not full, but at the same time, it doesn't need to go anywhere just yet. Oh, no, we're short on carbon fibers. Okay. That shouldn't be a problem. There we go. And if you're still short, we'll make them even faster. Okay. I think that fixes one of our problems with physics. You're stuck for. Wanting to go there, and I don't understand why, because I don't want you there. I really want you to go over there and just keep filling up those heat rods. Pipes. Hot rods? Okay, that's good. Good evening, Ohaya Soro. How are you doing? Science is coming along nicely. Good to see. Time for another Monday. Well, look, me, Monday wasn't too bad. So maybe your Monday will be okay too. I don't know if that's actually any helpful advice, but it's not. Actually, I just thought about it for a second. It's not helpful. You don't trust big cats? Why not? Yep, okay, I fell for that one. Well done, well done. Well done. I didn't see it coming. One could say I didn't see it coming. Oh, that was terrible. Dungeon! 30 years dungeon! How are we doing with trees? We got some trees ready to go. Doing what the shirt, see? Alright, we can do what the shirt. First I'm gonna clear my teeth. We'll do a stretch first. And then we're going to do what the shirt. Yeah, today's shirt. It's the cataplot. There's the cats. Look at them. 5 cats on this cataplot. Even on one of them. I'm just leaning really awkwardly over my computer right now. Kind of funny. And we've got this one here. A bunch of good cats. But the thing I like about it is it's that's a cataplot. The thing I like about it is cat versus cat. This is the least cat. But this is the most cat. These cats, I don't know. They've got advantages and disadvantages. This is the most average cat, I guess. I think it's a good cat. It looks worried. I guess it doesn't like being the average cat. Also, it's upside down. I guess it doesn't like being upside down. You want to see a catapult? Maybe. One day. Got a chip stuck in my teeth. I'm sorry. Very rude of me. The mean distribution is cat. That's true. Ones that are higher on the cat level but low on the cat levels. Yeah. It's a confusing shirt, I won't lie. But I do love it. Another wonderful gift from my amazing wife, Pen. What's going on over here? Now, yeah, sure, we need worm progenitors, but where are my worms? Where are my regular worms at? Got no grass. Oh, did the grass seed collapse again? Sometimes. That's why we have a designated, like, a plan to, like, fix the grass seed when it inevitably dies. Oh wait, no, we've got other problems. Not grass seed at all. Grass seed's not the problem. We don't have enough fertilizer. Oh. Oh no. Did I ever see this? See what? Fun versus effort, level of pets. Sea monkeys, no fun, no effort. Pretty good. Good graph. I'd never seen that one. Yeah. Need more poo. Yeah, probably. What are we short on? Nitric acid? Huh. Been a while since I thought about nitric acid. What's the problem with it? Uh-oh. No, 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 no. I thought we had a jam, but we don't. There's no jam in passing, say. Timer is no, timer doesn't need to be started. See? Everything's going, it's just a bit slower than we wanted it to be. I thought there was a jam, there was no jam. This is just regular jam. Interesting. What's the problem here then? We just not request nitric acid until it's way too late or something? No. Does something else just use way more nitric acid than we anticipated? Science is still going for my fish. We don't have a lot of fish science, remember, but what we've got is what we've got. We do have another 9 fish science ready to go. On grass. We have 19.6% fish. We started at 10% today. I think we started at 0 today, honestly. But we still need more fish science. That is still true. By the way, these eggs are just spinning around in a circle. Because we lack something important. It's probably because we didn't have any fertilizer. Launch more fish? Yeah, we could launch more fish. That's not going to improve fish science. Just to be clear. Can't just launch more fish and call it fish science. How many ticks do we need? Look, how many fish ticks do we, the technology do we need? We need a total, all up, of 648 fish science. But that's total. We don't need quite as many as that as we did at the start. This seems slow. If only there was a way that I had that I deliberately did every time something looked slow. Oh look, I got beacons here. Strange. Maybe I'll use those. Oh, my spider's leg's freaking out a bit. Oh goodness. Oh, spider, you gotta chill. No, Papa, I need to dance. Papa, I must dance! You're a spider, son. You'll never be a dancer. Papa, I must dance! Oh no, the spider's back. What's dance, 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 dance? Spider? The scary thing. I dance, 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 dance. I don't like spiders. From the science screen. Okay, we'll continue doing antimatter containment because that's actually going to have some progress. Then we're going to make antimatter containment, which is not going to be too big a deal. That's going to be a fairly easy thing to do. I mean, once we've got fighters and antimatter containment, everything else we're just doing is just kind of waiting. Oh, once we get to artificial intelligence, we do have to make robots. But beyond that, it doesn't really matter. We could probably even play a different game while we're just waiting for that stuff to happen. How many reds left? What, red science? I don't know. I hadn't considered that. I hadn't considered regular sciences. We still need a lot more because I still need probably another 200,000. So I don't think we turn it off just yet. We can probably start thinking about that. Sciences which are red backgrounds. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are every science we need to finish the game. These two will complete themselves. No, not a lot, but the last ones are a bit of a long one. $30-ish? 30-ish. 30-ish what? Okay, so that's restocked itself. Good. I'm growing grass again. The way nature intended it. Do we need more air? I need more air. Yeah, yeah, hello. I'm joking, I will always love it. Okay. That gets more air in there and thus more grass. I'm an environmentalist. Sure am. Could work past to see if you understood the truth. We're not really getting a lot of grass through. But it's really just more important that the grass seed is coming through more often than not. I thought we were stopping grass science. Did we not stop grass science? Oh, we stopped it. So, okay, so it's going to finish off what it's doing and then it's going to turn off. Okay, that's fine. It's just finishing off. It never hurts to have a little bit extra just in case you made a mistake with your maths. Let's be honest, it's me. I probably made a mistake with my maths. Well, with my math. Let's use the correct terminology. Fish progenitors are coming through. You know what? Let's, for now, do that. Get fish going through there? Thought I did, but now I don't see a fish. Now I'm suspicious. Like suspicious, but with fish. We are short on amino acids. Really? To me, a SeiferKatt. Oh, we were short on amino acids. That's crazy. Oh, because they're all going to make trees. We're not actually making any more worms at the moment. Well, we've got worms in here. We can just turn those into amino acids. That good now? These are rather slow. It's just occurred to me. Like that, we can probably get a little bit better coverage. Not hugely better, of course, but just a little bit better. Yeah. Amino acids? Yes. Sure do. Amino acids? I really want to get those sciences out and done. The sooner I get those sciences out and done, the sooner we can start preparing biters. That'd be nice. We are short on space science. Okay, well that happens sometimes. Can't be judged for that. What is that? That is tree science. Okay. Tree science is occasionally being made. Good. Probably short on tree progenitors as well, honestly. Which, that's not even pointing the right way. Oh, I've just seen the time. We should be ending up. It is ending time for the stream. Hey, look, we've made a lot of progress today, I think. Have we made a lot of progress? We made a lot of incremental progress. Things are being made slightly faster. We'll get 5 ducks per minute. Not Nullius, we won't. Not Nullius. I bet boxes are each its own separate item as well. I could see that. And C block. Yep, and C block. Don't hold your breath on that one either, to be honest. But look, we'll get some more trees done. I know. Anyway, we're done for the night. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Sorry for the weird unhinged rant we had in the middle there somewhere. If you've enjoyed today and you're not following, please do consider following. I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, you don't have to. I'm not going to tell you to actually. I'm not going to force you to. I don't know how I'd force you to anyway. Be sure to be here tomorrow for Cat of the Month. We've got the new camera and we're going to test it out and we're going to do Cat of the Month for January. So we've got wonderful cats to rate and you've got to look at them. Not tomorrow, sorry, not tomorrow, Wednesday. I can't do tomorrow. I have other commitments. Tuesday is a day that is very difficult for me to stream. So Wednesday. So my Darkest Dungeon stream, Wednesday. That's the one, the third day. Oh no, Thursday's the third day. I don't know. My point is, on my Darkest Dungeon stream, a couple of hours in, I'm going to be doing the Cat of the Month. So be sure to be there for that. Okay? Great. Wednesday. But not tomorrow, whatever time it is now for you, the day after. Excellent. Typically I stream 4 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday, with Monday and Saturday being Factorio, this very run. Wednesday is Darkest Dungeon, and Sunday being RimWorld, where we are playing a group of cannibals at the moment. It's violent. The social links have already been posted. You may have already seen them. youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That is where you may find the VODs. And you've also got the Discord, which is where you can find me outside my regular streaming time. So I'm going to end the stream here, but we're going to raid as well, so hang on for that. Everyone, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye!